Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to do a quick demo of Duolingo and give you my thoughts on it. So you can install this as an app. I actually first started using this as an app in Android, but you can also go to duolingo.com and use the website. And yeah, I think it's quite a good app. And this is what the front page might look like. And you actually can have the choice of many different languages to learn. And actually you can learn additional languages as well. I don't think this shows all of them, but this just shows you the languages you can set the site in, but there's actually a lot of different languages you can learn. And you can, if you already have an account, you can click there or get started and can log in. This is what it might look like to log in. And I've used this for a while now. I've mostly used it to study Spanish, but I've also used it to study Mandarin Chinese and also Latin. And actually, you can use it to study, let's see all the different languages you can try. There's a lot of different languages. Courses for English speakers. So you've got French, Japanese, German, Korean, Italian, Hindi, Turkish, and interestingly, there's Klingon and there's Navajo. I think that's kind of cool. There's also Haitian Creole, which I think that's it seems kind of interesting. You got Welsh, Esperanto, High Valyrian. Wow. So from Game of Thrones, I had no idea they had that. I think that's really cool. And it's interesting to me, there's already, they claim there's over 2 million people who study Latin. And I think, yeah, this is quite interesting. And regarding what I study, I just want to let's go through a quick lesson. This is Spanish, and I just wanted to show you what a quick lesson looks like. So it says, which one of these is one? Okay. And it gives you the option, this means book, this means one, this means two.
Uno.
And I'll choose uno. And I'll try to go through this quickly. This doesn't take too long. Which one of these is the books? Los libros.
Los libros.
Okay, books, libros.
Libros.
This means a pen, like a writing device, and this means France. Okay, two is dos. Which one of these is three?
Tres.
Okay.
Yo tengo 3 libros.
And there's also the option, sometimes it actually asks you to speak. And the book, okay, this is a good one. So one book is el libro, and two or more books is los libros.
El libro. Yo tengo un libro.
So with these kind of exercises, you have to manually pick. It's like almost a word search. I have a book. And yeah, sometimes that's kind of fun.
Rafael necesita un libro. Rafael necesita un libro.
Okay, so you listen to that.
Rafael necesita un libro.
And again, there's kind of like the word search. You have to pick the words.
2, 1, 0.
Okay, so she said 0, 1, excuse me, 2, 1, 0. Okay,
Yo tengo un cero en inglés.
and let's see if the audio is going to work for this. Yo tengo un cero en inglés.
Tengo cero dinero.
So he says, have $0, or I have $0. The I is implied. Or dinero is, sorry, I have 0 money.
Rafael necesita bolígrafos.
Bolígrafos. So it says this person, Rafael, needs pens. Okay, and then we have this activity, which it's also like it's a matching. It's also a game, sort of.
Mañana.
Europa. Usar.
And I do find this kind of fun. And then this says this is a hard exercise. So I would say yes, I want 2 pens, please. C, Yo quiero dos bolígrafos, por favor.
Sí.
Yo quiero dos.
dos bolígrafos. Por favor.
Okay, and then you can say she has 3 pens, so ella
Ella
tiene.
tiene 3 bolígrafos.
So I find that kind of fun. It's kind of the word search, and then you say the man has 3 pens. El
El
hombre
hombre
tiene
tiene
3 bolígrafos.
bolígrafos.
And then it shows you I've just done this. So I've been doing this for 83 days straight. And actually, one of those days I might have missed, but there's a way that you can basically buy with gems or some other thing if you missed a day. And this is kind of fun because you can compete against other people. And anyway, so this is what it looks like. I just did one lesson there. And you have these different options. You can do practice, and unfortunately a lot of this is just for paid. So you have to pay. Super means paid. You have one option. You have stories. Stories is good. You got leaderboards, which is something I showed you. Quests, and that's quests are basically just additional things you can do to get more points. All right, and I mentioned about Spanish. Now I want to show you Chinese. I haven't used this to study Chinese in a long time, but I do think it is pretty good.
他是我的同学。
So like this says, and you can hover over the characters, which is nice.
是我的同学。
Now one thing that unfortunately they don't show for Chinese is I don't think that they show you how to actually write them. Okay, so this literally says he is
我
my, like 我的 means my, 同学 means classmate. Okay, and then classmate is 同学. It doesn't show you how to
同学。我的新同学。
Okay, so I'm going to quit this. I'm going to go to Latin now. So just to show you a bit of Latin, I did use this a lot actually a while ago to study Latin, and I think it is pretty good to learn Latin.
Puer, puella, ego, wir.
Okay, and because there's not actually a lot of resources online to study Latin, and I think Duolingo is pretty good for that. And I wanted to quickly go over some of the pros and cons of Duolingo. So for me, the pros are that you can practice on your phone or via the website. I actually mostly use the app, but right now I'm showing you the website. Many features are free. It's gamified. So one of the most appealing features is that at least a lot of it is kind of like a game, or it feels like a game anyway. You know, because I showed you this one. Like this is sort of, it feels kind of like a game.
La universidad.
Es la Universidad Americana.
And then this is kind of a word search. So you have to translate it. Like es una universidad americana. And it doesn't just, often it won't just give you like, oh, that's the whole, it is an American university. You have to actually find it. So it's like a word scramble, and that you're kind of working harder. And it makes it easy to practice the language you want, and that's super important. There's a lot of online or just apps you can use to practice, but sometimes they make it harder. And to me, honestly, the harder it is to use or practice, the less chance I will make a habit of it. And I'll go back to down here. So there's many languages you can learn, and I think there's more than, I think I went over some of them. Yeah, so you've got a lot of these. So there's at least 40 languages you can learn, and there's probably actually more if you're trying to study other languages. Like I say, I speak say I speak Deutsch. You can learn Chinese in German. You can learn Portuguese in German, and so on. And this is all languages, which I think is yeah. So this has a lot of different. And this shows you. This is so this is English. So I guess this is that you know Spanish and you're learning English. Let's see here. Is it? Okay, so this is for people who I assume their first language is Spanish and they're trying to learn English. So this says basically your English level is very low, and this says, oh, I'm like really good at English. I can have simple conversations in English. So for example here, I'll just show you here. So this is like you're learning English, and your first language or the language you want to learn it from is Spanish, which I think is very cool. So it says, which of these is T? Okay.
T.
So that's T. Okay. And then which of these is T?
T.
So coffee, hello.
Hello.
I like this
Coffee.
here.
Hello. Tea.
That sounds like an AI voice to me, but I do think it's pretty good. And then which of these is coffee? Okay, cafe is coffee.
Coffee. Neat.
And we'll try here.
Neat.
Okay, so it's asking you, this is,
Neat.
you're listening to the word and you're,
Hat. Hat.
okay. You're listening to the word and what did they say?
Hello.
And it says, write this in Spanish. Hello is what? Hello is hola, okay? And then we'll do, continue here. Hola is hello. Okay, so I think that's quite cool. So you have all these different languages you can use. And so yeah, as I showed you before, you've got a lot of different options. And if you wanted to choose all languages, you can go to courses/ID. Oh, sorry, that's Indonesian. You can just go /courses/all, and you can basically study many different languages, right? And let's say you wanted to learn English and Portuguese at the same time. So this is, you're learning English and your language is Portuguese. You're learning, I assume this is Hindi. You're learning English and your language is, your first language is Mandarin. So this says like I'm first time studying English, and this is like I have a very good understanding of English. And let's say, for example, my English is so-so. Okay, and it says, which of these is English language?
English.
Okay, and then this is you got all these different ones, and this word, that means the English language.
English. Chinese. English.
Okay, and then this is referring to, like, I assume this is the Chinese language and the English language. Okay, so anyway, so that was that, and there's many languages, and even if you have just 5 minutes, you can get benefit from it. Okay, so here are some of the cons. You can't practice with the native speaker. Unfortunately, that some apps you can practice with native speakers. You have like a competition, but you can't practice speaking, and to me that would be a big benefit if you could do that. And then sometimes lessons can be a bit boring, and let's say you can't customize lessons. And for me, one of the so many times the ads are way too long. Like if you finish a lesson, sometimes you have to sometimes have to watch ads for more than 1 minute after a successful lesson. So to me, that's a bit annoying. And if they could improve that, I think that would be great. Or if they still have lessons, don't force you to watch it for so long for the ads. Okay, so this is my overview of Duolingo. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a great app, and at the very least, it's good for just practicing. Hope you enjoyed this.